one of the most basic things that you can do in VBA is record a macro. It can be really helpful even if you're really good at VBA. Sometimes you forget how to do something, or maybe there's something that you don't do often, and you can just record a macro to sort of understand the code, the VBA code for doing different procedures in VBA. So I've got a bunch of data here. I'm going to just click in just a random cell here, and I'm going to go into the Developer tab. Now if you don't have the Developer tab, you can go to File, Options, and here in the Customize ribbon, you can just make sure that the Developer tab here is selected, and that'll make it so that the recorder is available, plus the other tools in VBA. So what I'm going to do, I've got my cell clicked here. I'm going to go to Record Macro. So I'm going to just, you can name this if you want. You can add a shortcut key. So I'm going to do Control-Shift-G. So Control-Shift-G is going to run this macro. Now it's recording everything that I'm doing. So I can go in here to the Home tab. I'm going to maybe format this, just highlight it yellow, maybe make it bold. Let's center align. So I'm going to center align and maybe make it really big, like 16. All right. And then I'm going to go to the Developer tab and I'm going to stop recording. So it's recorded a macro. Be sure to stop recording. A lot of times, especially when I was new to VBA, I would record a macro and then I'd forget to stop it, and I'd do a bunch more moves and it would just record everything that I was doing. So let's go click on Visual Basic. So that brings up this Visual Basic editor. Now it's already placed that macro 1, the code, in this subroutine, in this module here. So this is the code for everything that I just did, and you can notice some things about this. For example, the color. So this 65535 corresponds to yellow. You have a bold here. So this is how you can make font bold. We have a horizontal alignment, which is center. Some of this other stuff you can just neglect. We weren't making any changes. Nevertheless, it reports it. Then I increased the selection size to 12, then to 14, then to 16. So now it's not that important that you know all of this stuff, and sometimes I'll just copy and paste in, even if I don't know exactly what all the code is. So let's go back to Excel, and I'm going to click my active cell. I'm going to put my active cell on a different cell. And now there's a couple ways to run a macro. You can always just go up here to the macros. You can click there and we can run. So look what happens when I run this. It does the same exact formatting, exactly what I did using that macro, the macro 1. Let me click on another cell here. Another way to bring up the macros is to do Alt F8. So that brings up the macro names, and we can do the same thing. We can run that. And finally, let's go back to Visual Basic, and I can always have my cursor in here, and I'm just going to press F5, or you can just run it here with this run button here. So I'm just going to do F5, Alt F11 to get back, and you notice that we formatted that cell.